Hey y'all, APG Jamie here. Welcome to the channel. So, what are we doing today? We're going to make some crisscross flowers, but I wanted a gold center, and I didn't have any gold cardstock, but I do have a couple of takeaway containers. You know, I get them for the air fryer anyways. Decided to put alcohol ink on there. I have a pearl essence color. It's called Alchemy, I believe is the name of it. It's yellow there, and this other one's a reese, and it's a yellow. It says yellow. There's a list of ingredients in the description below the video should you be interested in knowing what I used today. I am applying it with a brush because you can do that if you want to. You don't have to use a sponge or one of the blending felt doolallers. So we're going to basically be using scraps. Well, it is scraps. It's nothing basic about it. Well, it's pretty basic though, isn't it? Scraps. And I thought, well, these are too long, so I'm going to cut them in half. And then at one point, some of them get cut into thirds. What are their sizes? IDK. They are scraps. Thin strips. Some are wider. You can make yours wider. You can make yours thinner. Whatever. You don't have to use scraps. Nope. You can actually take whatever coordinated papers you want to use or a lightweight cardstock. I wouldn't use a heavy one. Anyway, and make them whatever width you want, okay? Some of these are mono printed, you know, aka jelly prints. Hashtag Mixed Media March. Hosted by Carrie the Crafter. Anyways, like I said, I'm trimming them, and you know, some of them have the white edge that you sometimes get from jelly prints, and I'm trimming that off. These are 1-inch circles from a circle punch, and that is a desk scrap, drop paper, scratch paper. Y'all probably seen it. I didn't use it all. Anyway, putting on some art glitter glue because that's what I'm using today. I'll use some FabriFix later. Anyways, just putting my strips on there. Some are longer, some are wide. I know we've already discussed it. We have. But we might say it some more. Do all of these strips and scraps go together? Well, maybe. Maybe not. I'm very happy with my the results. So, yeah, they all go together perfectly. Serendipitously, even. So you have your base, which is, you know, my 1-inch circle. Put the glue on it. Laid one of the strips on there. Took another strip. Laid it like basically in a plus sign. And then I just kind of work my way around. And if I feel like I want another strip in there, I will glue it. And if I feel like it's got enough, then I'm okay with it. And here I'm trimming away some of the edges because some of them I thought, well, that's just sticking out too far. And that wider one, I thought, well, let's put some shape on there because you can do that should you want to. Or not, as you see fit. Now, this is my second time to do the voiceover. The first one didn't take for whatever reason. I don't know, I'm having some laptop issues. Anyways. In that one, I mentioned that you could probably take some crochet cotton thread or embroidery floss or other type of fibers and crisscross some of them in there amongst these paper bits. Just saying, you could do that. We did make some of the crisscross flowers with fabric bits before. I don't remember when, y'all. It's been a while. But they're basically the same. You just take your fabric and, yeah, layer them up crisscross style like that and put a center on there. Should you want a center, you don't have to. It's not like there's a law or a rule even. And like I said, you can coordinate your colors. You can like grab a couple of sheets of cardstock, or lightweight cardstock, y'all, or scrapbook paper, and go, yeah, these are the ones I'm using. Could be double-sided. Doesn't have to be double-sided. Can you start with a bigger base? Absolutely. Could it be smaller? Yeah, it could. Makes you happy. That's the name of the game around these parts, y'all. So we are doing that. Just wash, rinse, repeat. Video is sped up, but you already knew that. And some portions have been removed. We end up with a baker's dozen. Oh, this particular one, I thought, oh, I only got that one strip of green and it looked odd. So I thought, well, we'll just put some more of the greens on there. And I didn't want to put them on top, so I flipped it over and put them on the bottom. Makes me happy. This strip, I thought, well, that's a little wider than I want to use. So I trimmed it in half. As long as you keep your straight thoughts, a little straight, chances are your line will be straight-ish. It's hard, y'all. You got to keep them thoughts straight. I'm telling you, it's hard. Anyway, I know we talked about it. Some of the strips are shorter, some are longer. And they all seem to have made me happy. Did I end up with very many scraps? Yes. I'm going to use some of them on mini moo cards. You know, we make mini moo cards and we post them up on the Instagram and cross-reference that to the Facebook on Mondays, mini moo card Mondays. So, yeah, I'll be using some of them for that. Maybe, probably. That's kind of my plan. I don't know what I'm doing with the flowers, though, but I sure like them, y'all. They're pretty nice and flat, too. When we get there to the photo montage, you'll see they're pretty flat. So the gold lid, takeaway lid, alcohol inked gold, is dry. Well, it was dry after a couple of seconds, minutes. It didn't take long. But I want to do some embossing on it because I want them to look like gold coins, essentially, sort of, basically, kind of. St. Patrick's Day and all. Anyway, I picked a crackle embossing folder, and I want to spritz these because embossing folders can sometimes make your paper crack and break and come apart and all that junk. So I've got some glycerin and some distilled water. How much glycerin? I don't know, 3 or 4 drops. And how much water? I don't know, an ounce or so. I keep that spritz bottle over by my die cutting machine because that's what I use it for, to spritz the back of my paper so I can emboss them and not worry too much. Now remember, this is a takeaway lid. This is not an art paper or any sort, okay? It's not even an office supply kind of paper. Anyway, some of them did kind of crack and kind of get cut-ish. But that's okay. You can't tell. All right? They're pretty wet. I think I sprayed too much water on there. Why do I use the glycerin? It's because it sort of softens the paper and will kind of keep it a little more pliable than just water. That's just me. You don't got to do that. Okay? So we're going to ink around them, Wonder what color. So I'm going to put the gold coin centers on with FabriFix because I have so many different. It's true. There's a lot of layers. They're not really bulky, but I kind of want the center to kind of form over them, sort of. So anyway, FabriFix, my choice, worked really well. And we're going to do this here. We put all our strips together, and you can ink them if you want to. Whatever you want to do. Do you have to put a flower center? Absolutely not. Some of these are totally wonderful without them, but they all get them because one of the things I did. That particular one was a little too wide or too crookedy or something, and I just straightened it up. It's no big deal. I decided for me that I liked the ends of my flower petals to be straight, but you could certainly shape them if you want to. They are not all the same length. I did not make them all the same length, but you can if you want to, whatever makes you happy. For a center, you could use a big old diamond if you got a big old diamond. Oh, flip-flop. I know, we're here. It's sort of a long video, but it's sort of quick at the same time. Look how pretty that is. That one I kind of coordinated the colors a bit. But a lot of them, they're just mishmashies. They make me so stinking happy. You can make them any colors you want. You could use bigger base, smaller base. I know we probably touched on all of that all at the same time. Does it look like a gold coin, like from a pot of gold coin? Yeah, I know. I didn't really think so either, but I still like the idea of it, the essence of it. Yeah, flip-flop. Ta-da! Photo montage. Yeah. It's fairly mindless, so if you want something to do and you happen to have some strips, make some Criss Cross Flowers, y'all. Put some fibers in there. Put some fabric in there. Just don't put the kitchen sink in there, because that, I don't know if FabriFix would hold that or not. I don't know. Anyways, I do appreciate each and every one of you that you spent your time with me, that you see how flat they are. I'm just trying to show you that they pretty flat, y'all. Pretty flat. And they make me so stinking happy. They really do. Look how pretty those papers are. Mishmash or not. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy arting, y'all.